Hey guys, what's up? I am Goji Fan 1998 and welcome back for another new video for today. Today it is on November 3rd, 2022, and you know what's on that day? Today is the 68th anniversary of Godzilla. Yes, it all started all the way back in 1954, 68 years ago, where Godzilla's first film, Gojira, or translation as Godzilla, came released in Japan in 1954 and became a huge successful in the box office in Japan. But even after the original Godzilla was released in Japan for successful, it followed up for spawns of sequels, remake, and reimagining of the character, as long as they need to follow a trademark of the character for what Godzilla really is about. That he breathes the atomic breath, fighting the monsters, and immune any military weaponry, and has 3 rounds of the dorsal fin. As long as you have to pay closely what someone tells you, if you're making your own Godzilla movie, if you need to get the rights from the character, you need to pay their license from Toho. And they will give you a demand what is important. What is the rules for Godzilla really is. I will tell you the story how I got into Godzilla. It all started when I was a baby, when my late grandmother got me into Godzilla. When I first watched Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, or known as in the US, international the international title of the film was Ebirah Horror of the Deep. Even in Japan, title was Godzilla Ebirah Mothra Beitu in the South Seas. And my very favorite Godzilla suit of all time, when I first saw it in action when I was a kid, that I didn't even know the suit was already made, was the DaisensoGoji suit. And yes, this is my Bandai 50th Memorial Godzilla 1965. I got him my very first GFAX back in the year 2016. And yeah, this is my favorite Godzilla suit of all time. And this is the best suit I ever seen it. And while it was in the water, it slowly got wore down because it was slowly damaged because of the suit started getting damaged. Yep. And so for Godzilla, it's been 68 years since he was first introduced to the world, and it makes it become, for the legacy for more of the Godzilla fans around the world, began to fall in love with Godzilla and other Toho monsters that was part of the Godzilla series after their appearance in their own movie. The Godzilla franchise has been continuing to grow throughout the years in America and Japan and worldwide. I've been collecting the Godzilla stuff all the time ever since after I became a fan thanks to my late grandmother. And I gotta tell you more that my very favorite Godzilla movie of all time, that I really enjoy, it's the one thing I like from a Showa series, is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla in 1974, which is this my favorite movie in the Showa series. Well, it's part of the 14 entrants in the series, part for Godzilla's 20th anniversary. And every time there was November 3rd, it's always had to celebrate the Godzilla's anniversary, as well as celebrate his first debut movie where we first introduced Godzilla. In that first movie, it was starting with Akira Takarada portrays Ogata, and Akihiko Harada as Dr. Sarazawa. These two guys did an amazing job playing their role. Yes, for this year 2022, we have lost a great Akira Takarada, but Takarada-san may be gone, but his legacy will always be remembered by all the movies and everything what he was in, for his legacy is a part of his treasure, so that we will never forget how great talent Takarada-san really is, for being an actor, voice actor. Even he made his own song. He sang the song in real life, which is I heard about it. And he does it for the Japanese dubbing for all the American movies, including Disney animated film in Latin, playing voice of the villain, which is I didn't even know it. Now, for depends on every year, we will always gain. When Godzilla's always going to be different, because for every year he's always going to be changed to making a new design, or even they can use the old suit, the old design again, as long as it will be part for memory. Between for live action Godzilla films and the animated movie, which is that was terrible for the fans. Even if there was the animated TV show that was done by Hanna-Barbera way back in the 70s, even the Godzilla series was actually followed in the sequel to 1998 film, which is way much better than what the movie should have. And I heard that we're getting the very first live-action Godzilla TV show will be coming out pretty soon. I heard it's going to be titled Monarch, or was it part of her co-name in the project? Well, that's only what I heard. There's no further detail about it, but I heard it's going to set up and takes place after the events from 2014 Godzilla movie and before King of the Monsters, which gives us more detail about what Godzilla's been doing and to introduce the other Titans before the events from King of the Monsters. So, and also I heard Godzilla's coming back in another entrance in MonsterVerse film where he's going to team up with King Kong again to face against a new enemy, which is we don't know who it is yet. Supposed to be going to set up for sequel for Godzilla vs. Kong. But I can't wait to see that. With Adam Wingard returning to directing the movie, with Tara Razio brought back to writing the script along with the others. I hope Razio will bring more other elements from the original TriStar Godzilla 94 idea will be thrown together. I really would love to see that. What if he will bring the Griffin to make an appearance in the sequel? If it is, what the Griffin's role is going to be? Is he going to be an alien monster or what? Well, that depends on who is going to be a true villain, but we don't know yet. And the official title of the sequel for Godzilla vs. Kong is still unknown. Only in the working title as the origin. That's it. So, and the only question is, are we going to get in another Toho Godzilla movies? Well, the answer is, it's going to depends on the future if there is. If there is, I can't wait to see that when it comes in the US release date for the US theater release for a limited time like the other previous movie did. That includes Shin Godzilla as well. So, that's all I have to say for happy 68th anniversary Godzilla. And before I go, I want to ask you guys some questions. For the end, send a comment below to tell me what is your favorite Godzilla design of all time and why. As for my favorite is DaisensoGoji suit because it is the best suit ever and it was played by Haru Nakajima and I know while shooting Ebra Horror of a Deep, the head of this suit was actually borrowed to Super High Production to create Jira, which makes Toho decide to create a Rekka version of the head so they could finish filming with Ebra Horror of a Deep. That's a very interesting fact. And this suit was also being used again as a stunt suit when Godzilla was on water. It was used in Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Hedorah. In additionally, in Godzilla vs. Hedorah, the suit was also being used for the scene where Godzilla was being covered in sludge. Even after the suit was being cleaned up, the staff of Toho discovered there was a visible rip under his arm, which means the suit has been suffering many visible rips under his arm and made the suit a retirement. And leaving the Musco Goji suit took over for Godzilla vs. Gigan as a new stunt suit for the water scene. So this is very important about why they decided to use the older costume to be in the water. Because they don't want it to damage the new suit because it'll be easily damaged. So yeah. And also noted for this November 3rd, it's where Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla is coming to release in the US theater for the first time. For a limited time for only on Godzilla's anniversary day. But I'm planning to go see it today. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching and it has been an honor to become a Godzilla fan ever since it's been continuing to grow for 68 years. Hopefully for another year, we're going to have another generation of the next generation of Godzilla fans will rise up. So, I love Godzilla and I love all his design. Depends on what route he is. Either he's going to be a bad guy, being a hero, anti-hero, being a father, and the environmentalist safety, including save the world. But it always depends on each incarnation of Godzilla's. So, thanks for watching, you guys. I will always stay Goji fans and Goji fan 1998 always be for more, and do more videos in the future. So, stay Goji fans as always. Sorry, my friends, and happy 68th anniversary, big guy. And let's hopefully, the next chapter of Godzilla fans, we're going to continue to grow for every year. So, bye!